Hello and welcome to an adventure. John is being taken out for a day trip today to Hayling Island. The last time I was at Hayling Island was at the end of a very long period of very intense work. I was very tired, very stressed, and I was looking for, I think, peace and meaning were the words that I used back then. But today's a slightly happier trip, actually. Helen and I are going to go down to the seaside. Hayling Island was where she used to go years ago, so she's going to show me her Hayling Island, you know, the bits that she remembers. But no trip in John will be complete without the following essentials. We've got our new Go Anywhere barbecue. Yeah, that is. My new table that I bought. Got the cameras under there, obviously. The fridge, I was quite disappointed actually. I've just learned that the fridge doesn't run off the 240 volt from the battery that's down there. Oh, I can't see it. That battery in there, that battery doesn't run the 240 unless it's connected to the hookup. That was disappointing actually, because I was led to believe that it was a system that that did. However, I believe that it would run it off the 12 volt. Unfortunately, the attachment I've got is a cigarette lighter one, designed for obviously the ones down there in the car. So that is something that I'm going to put on my list to invest in, a cigarette lighter converter. So that takes a cigarette lighter and turns it into a USB rather than the other way around. In fact, I think I might have one in Cheltenham actually. Yeah, I'll put it on my list and I will have a look. The old iPod Touch that I found, I bought some phono wires because I thought I could run this old iPod Touch off the car, and unfortunately, although the wires have arrived, it's not working and the iPod isn't holding charge, so I think that might be dead in the water, unfortunately. But either way, that's just something I'll play with later. Got the roof box, got the awning, got the loo, and I've got the toilet tent as well. Everything else is ready to go, so I'm just going to make the final checks and we'll get on the road and hopefully, well, see you in a sec. So, little update to our journey. We have stopped for a very naughty McDonald's. I actually wanted to get some fuel and the fuel is right next door, so that's my excuse. But as we were coming down the road, the interior mirror actually fell off and I've managed to put it back on. It hasn't broken, it just needed to clip back in. And I've no idea how. Well, obviously it came away, but it's back in now, so that was a little bit of our adventure. So yes, I'm going to go and find Helen. We're going to have something to eat, even if it's McDonald's, and yeah, but it's going to be really, really nice and really naughty, and then we'll be back on the road in a minute. So we have arrived at Hayling Island. Now I'm just going to say this, we're going to go to a quieter bit. We just stopped for the facilities yeah, we're going to go to a nice quieter bit. There's too much noise, too many people here, and I just don't think this is the right place for the barbecue and the quiet sit down that we had in mind. So yeah, we're going to move to the next bit further down where I think the ferry is, and that's where the real relaxation is about to be. Right, so we have arrived at where we are going to set up. We went to the ferry site, which we might go back and have another look at in a minute, which is where I did all the filming last time. I had a great time, but there were so many people, and all we want to do is just pop the boot open and pop the side awning out, and obviously doing that with all those people, and we weren't allowed fires either, so that made the barbecue a real problem. So yeah, we found this little space here. Hopefully nobody will want to go in there. We're going to pull the awning across, and as it is so quiet, hopefully we'll be all right. So we're going to settle down and we'll have a cup of tea or a San Pellegrino. Quite fancy a San Pellegrino actually, and we'll set the barbecue up and have our sausages, and yeah, catch you in a sec. So this is a slice of how quintessentially Britishness should be. I'm not sure if that is grammatically correct, but we're sticking with it. We have got our barbecue. We did check to make sure that this particular car park, there's no ban on open fires here or barbecues. Some of the other ones down here on Hayling Island, they do have signs up, but we did check, and we're fine for a fire here. We have got John in the background. The awning is up. Well, you can see, awning is up. And of course, like every true-born Englishman on a Sunday afternoon, what you need is a copy of the Sunday Times. This is the life. Right, the sausages were lovely. I'm taking the opportunity to do some recharging of the soiree. I've got it behind there, and the barbecue is now all spent. Those coals are very hot though, so they need to cool. We're now going to be stuck here for about 2-3 hours, I reckon, whilst that cools, but that's okay because we don't have an agenda. We've got a next door neighbour looking in on the dogs, so so we're fine. We've no time pressures at all. So this is the gunnery site, or the gun site, and this was what I came to last time and had absolutely no idea what it was. So so there we are. Gonna have a look round now. So the first and only other time that I came here, as I said, I had no idea what this was, certainly not to begin with, and I just thought it was it was quite weird. But obviously these are where the gunnery point, or the gun points, would have been, the anti-aircraft guns, I can only presume. And flagpole there, look. But they're quite nice because they've been turned into these rather lovely little seating areas. And I think it's nice to make something of, you know, just a little space like this. And, oh look, there's a plaque there, the wreath. Let's have a look. So when you think about the people that would have dedicated a portion of their lives in such a way that we just can't comprehend now. I mean, we read in history books or watch documentaries about the war years and the sacrifices that people made, but then we sort of go back to having a cup of coffee or tea or whatever we're having, and it's not like it would have been for the people that would have been here, some of which may have lost their lives, that genuinely dedicated, you know, a portion of their time on this earth to try and make some sort of peace for future generations. And I just don't think we can ever truly appreciate that. If you haven't lived through it, I don't think you can. You might think you can. I think I can, but not really. These things. I'll be very honest and say, this is something that I don't normally do. Just sit and relax. So I know I said that we'd be popping up to down to the beach, and we will momentarily, but we've had a little bit of a move around of base camp, the toilet tent, which was there, was blowing away, so I've moved it and pegged it down over there. But I then decided that I don't very often sit down and just rest and do nothing. And yeah, I thought I just would. Helen's already set a very good example. She's had a lie down in the camper, and she's just napping very gently, just relaxing, enjoying what is actually the Easter Sunday, so bank holiday. Well, it's not a bank holiday, is it? Tomorrow would be the bank holiday, but it's Easter Sunday. So I think it's quite nice, and we've got no chocolate anywhere. So we haven't gone for Easter eggs or even just a bar of chocolate. It is all about sausages and San Pellegrino. So that's as Easterish as we get. Yeah, I'm going to have a little snooze, I think. So the lesson for this portion of the video is be flexible. Change your plans if necessary. Whilst 1 minute you are rushing off to go down and conquer the world, or even just go and see the beach, the next you can find yourself just peacefully nodding off in a car park somewhere in the middle of nowhere. We'll go down to the beach in a second. Catch you in a sec. Doesn't get much better than this. So this is the bit that I love. I love the sea. Just to see it crashing up and down on the rocks, or the wind breakers, the wave breakers as they are here. It's a stony beach, it's not sandy, but that's okay. Just look at that. So the last time I was here was the day my divorce was read in court, and so much has changed in my life over the years. Some things have been good, some things have been bad, but the one thing I think that you can always rely on is that you learn from every experience. Doesn't matter what it is, no such thing as a bad experience from that perspective. You learn from it. It changes you as a person. Makes you the person you are today. So we're coming to the end of a beautiful, beautiful day, and I don't know, I think I've sort of lost words really. I wanted to come back here for a while, ever since I came for the first time, and it was out of season, it was winter time, and I just remember reminiscing time. I just remember seeing that father with his son, and they were going out adventuring on the sort of paddle boarder thing, and you come back, obviously it's Easter now, so it's school holiday time, and there's lots of families playing and what have you, and it's quite mixed feelings for me about that, because I love to see young families playing and what have you, and you know, I did it myself with my own children for years, but I think becoming a little bit middle-aged, it's nice to sample both. It's nice to come when there's families and things here, and it's nice to come when it's just you and you're the only person in the world. I don't know if I'm making sense with that, but yeah, I'm gonna leave you with that. But I will say thanks very much indeed for watching. It's been a lovely day. Again, not done anything particularly, just shown you a little part of the country and brought you along for the ride. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next one. As ever, bye bye for now.